So I want to go slow so my fingers really get challenged by holding things in place. Your fingers are like tiny dancers. They each have their strengths and their weaknesses, and it's up to us to train them. Going slow is for me to feel the chord, to feel how much tension it's going to provide, to feel any level of discomfort it might provide, and also to let my brain wrap itself around the chord for a bit, just to hear it. Hold it out. Let it ring. So slow practicing is just designed to give your brain a chance to see things on the guitar. If your muscles are engaged longer, you're building more muscle. For playing slowly on this, one is to give my fingers a chance to just stay stretched out for a bit, for a couple minutes. If you're new to doing some bigger stretches, you'll feel it in here. If you're holding the chord out and it's beginning to stress your hand out, just kind of let go of it, give it about 10 seconds, and then come back to it. And hold it again, do that much again. Gives your fingers a chance just to stay on the fretboard longer and to feel where they need to be. Slow practicing is important to develop dexterity and to develop finger independence. It's kind of the equivalent of resistance training. If anybody does that, I don't really do it, but it's just essentially training based upon keeping your muscles engaged longer. This is another reason why I go slow. If I feel like my body has to move into a chord, then I know I'm not playing it right and I need to find a better way to practice that. And I'm just going to hold it here. I'm also going to aim for one back, just to get used to the stretch, to over-exaggerate the stretch, if I can. Missed a note, but... And again, I'm going to hold it and just let it die out. Keeping your muscles engaged longer builds up muscle. Even just holding it like this is great. And you can move one finger around and just get used to your hands being stretched out. I'm also going to go slow on this one chord to make sure my right hand is really locking up. For anybody that is a fingerstyle player and uses nails, there's also sometimes a scratchiness on the inside of the nail, and I'll need to take a piece of sandpaper like this and just file the edge. That's also why I go slow, so I can hear anywhere I gotta fix the nails. I want to give my fingers half a chance to feel what they're doing when I'm doing difficult fingering patterns. Once you have it down, then you're going to have to work on getting it up to speed when you need to move it around. That's pushing your speed. Going slow is just showing us where it is, how our fingers feel sitting on it, how much pressure to put down. And if we're playing slowly, after a while you might feel your hand cramp up. Well, you need to be aware of that as well and find out the way that you're going to, mitigate that. Relax your thumb. It's really just the weight of your fingers that are holding the chord anyway. And again, if this finger's free, I can move it around. Again, letting it die out. In order to play fast, you have to practice fast. There's no way around that. And I think all of you know that. You practice things fast and you feel like, I'm not getting it. That's okay. Just keep at it, slow it down a little bit, get it under your fingers. So yes, in order to play fast, you have to practice slowly, but only until your fingers have it memorized, have it down at a, minimal speed. At that point, you begin pushing your speed. Playing fast is not going to happen by constantly practicing slowly. The only way to really push yourself is to go past the speed that you're able to play and then back it off. but always be pushing yourself to the point that you're, as they say, tumbling over your skis and leaving a, what they call it, a sidewalk sail all over the slopes. Live on the edge. Don't hold back when you're practicing fast either. Go for it. Push yourself faster, make mistakes. Who cares? Just try to keep up with it. Bit by bit, your speed will go up. But in order to understand a lick, to understand an arpeggio, well, of course we have to play it slow at first. And what if the music calls for it at a really slow pace? Do you have the strength? Do you have the endurance? Do you have the dexterity? Do you have the ability to hold on to chords that are complex for long periods of time if you're asked to arpeggiate it? Going slower just helps build better dexterity, more strength, and endurance. These are the things we all need to consider when we're practicing.